Tay's R&B album is coming out next. Hang tight.
I already heard a piece with "Tonight is the night."
Oh my.
Tonight is the night.
Yeah, the night I will fall for you.
Therapy.
Yeah,
us
let's
about
start
that.
there. I don't know if I told you. I think I mentioned it last time on the phone. We were talking on the phone, and I was talking about how I've never pursued therapy ever, because I like not it's not like proud of it. I never had to pursue therapy. I just didn't get around to it. Like I grew up in the church, you know, so there was like people to talk to in the church. You got your family in some aspects, and then we're musicians, we're artists, so we're expressing a lot of that stuff. And so most of the time, I was able to like compartmentalize those things, put it into art, and I was good. But recently, you know, I was noticing that like about once a month, I'd have these really low, like no hope dips. I mean, I'm 31, been pursuing music for 16 years, and so just like in that journey, there's been a lot of hope, as you guys know, even when I linked up with you guys, of like what could happen, you know, what could be, and then just this heavy reality mixed with the joy of like having a child. It's like my motivation to just go even harder than I ever have. But at the same time, there's this reality where it's like, the dreams of trying to see music take off, it hasn't happened yet. What was really cool is like this therapist that I just connected with this morning, it was like a godsend. And I'm just excited, dude. Like, we're gonna meet once a week and like talk about stuff. And what was really cool, he doesn't know me from Adam, but he was like, just hearing you speak and hearing about some of these situations that you've been in, he was like, I can tell you confidently that God has anointed you to do music. That's what he told me.
We had another conversation where you were saying you were falling back, but
Yeah.
so tell us about that and like where you're at now.
Yeah. So yeah, it's funny. I was talking to Kay about how like I think I'm gonna fall back. I want to. There were so many reasons for why. Like I wanted to get right mentally, but at the same time, like I felt like, you know, my art could be better if I took the time to like study again, become a student. And so that's what I was on, you know. I was like, I started listening to a whole bunch of Hobson. You guys know I like Hobson, being inspired and listening to other artists and trying to learn. And I imagined myself just like falling back, and then in that place of like learning, I got inspired, and so I wanted to write a song. So it's the birth of CYNiCAL TRiALS. And then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna learn as I go. Like, I'm gonna learn as I go. I think that's another approach, you know. And I think hanging out with you guys has also helped sharpen those skills, or like get me excited about music. You know, there might be a time in the future where I fall back, but actually what it is right now is like a hunger. I want to believe in my art, I want to believe in the music. And I was talking about this on the phone right before this. If you believed in your catalog as it stands, you know what I mean? Because what we tend to do is we release a ton of songs, we share a little bit, like a few snippets, let's say maybe 5 reels or something, and then we lose confidence in it, and then we go, okay, we need to go harder, we need to make something better before we share it to the utmost. When are you going to be like, I actually believe in it now? I think it's a choice. If you're like, wait, I believe in my catalog as it stands now, that it's good enough to open up the doors for me, like the next doors, then like as you go, you'll just continue to make better and better stuff. Like, I'm so heavily inspired by Russell. I think dude is just doing it right. So his advice to people is like, if you're excited about something, post. If it's 5 times a day that you're posting and someone's annoyed, let them unfollow. Let them like get annoyed. Like, if you're excited, share it. And I just love that approach. I love Gary Vee. He's kind of in the same boat. He's like he'll call people out on it. Yeah. So he'll be like, so what are you passionate about? And they're like, wildlife conservation. And then he's like, okay, so how many times do you post a day on TikTok? I don't need to do this. You guys know who he is. Yeah. Sorry, that's kind of disrespectful. Gary Vee, I love you. That was kind of disrespectful.
I'm tagging you on this and saying how Jayme's impression is better than Gary Vee. Anyway, go ahead. No.
Okay. If that was my first impression with Gary Vee, and he's like, so yeah, you like doing impressions of me, huh? No, but in all honesty, he's really inspired me to the utmost. What he did is he would call them out on it, and he'd be like, this is what you feel your purpose is. You're so passionate about this. So he would say, how many times are you posting on socials? And you're like, I don't know, maybe like once a week. It's like, once a week? You're saying this is like what you want to do for your life. This is what drives you to wake up in the morning, and you're posting once a week. It's kind of like, you know, like Tyler the Creator was like, you worked so hard on this album, you spent all this money on mixing and mastering. You seen that clip?
Put it on the story one
time.
Yeah.
And then he goes, are you fucking crazy? Like, you're gonna do that one time? And so, like, I love that they're just telling it real, how it is. I've told you this before, but I made 76 reels for just Sunday Coffee. In total, I've done 695 reels. Like, it's a lot of work, but I'm saying, like, on TikTok, like, I counted it, and it was like 695 reels. And then it was like, on Sunday Coffee, I've done 70 something. But it was like, why didn't I do 200? Most people, if they go, oh, Jayme Fortune, like, what's my favorite song? They're gonna say, are you the coffee guy? Like, they like the coffee song, because that's the one I promoted. So it's like, what? Almost like whatever song you choose, if you just double down and go, I'm gonna blow this one up. With a blend of like paid promotion and organic, I'm just gonna blow it up.
Now picture doing that with every single that you release.
That's what I'm saying.
Picture doing, okay, so this is the single that I want people to fall in love with in this time. All right, I'm making 100 reels for this, and I'm releasing every other day maybe, you know, and so that this 100 reels is gonna last me 6 months or something like that, or however long you want. Or if you got another single that's dropping in 3 months, these 100 reels is gonna come out in these 3 months. So I'm posting sometimes 2-3 times a day just to get them out. So just. Do
you know what it is? I'll tell you, because I'm gonna get like Gary V right here. What it is people are scared. They're scared. It's fear. And you know what fear does, dude? When I'm stocking at Trader Joe's and I'm on my knees stocking beans, or I'm cleaning like the toilet and I'm scraping dried poop off the wall.
Oh, that's fun.
Dude, I'm just telling you, like, it's the lowest, quite literally, that I've been. And I'm like, dude, like, fear is what's putting me here. Not just jobs, but like with music. If we say we love this, we want to do this, then we need to act like we're there already. That act as if, like manifestation really talks about that. But I'm saying, like, we want to be content creators, we got to be creating content. We want to be artists, we got to be making music, and we got to share it like so hard, because what it's costing us is greater.
Did any of this inspire what's actually in the song, or is the song something completely different, but you're going at it with this approach?
Yeah, no, it definitely has. I think I just got kind of fed up with my own fears. I also realized that in work, they want you to wear a uniform. They want you to show up at a certain time. They want you to have a certain result every day. It's the same result. They want you to be efficient, right? Work has certain standards. That's work. But like, I realized that like in the framework that is work, this is my work brain. This is what I do at work. And then in music, I actually put little walls up for myself, parameters, rules for myself. Like I was trying to cut curse less, I told you guys. Like so the kids could listen to it. But then when I'm really going through it, sometimes you just gotta say like, fuck. You know what I mean? Like there is no substitute for that word. You can't be like, oh, frick, gosh darn it. Like, I guess you could, but and so I just wanted to make real music. We've talked about that, like human music. So where CYNiCAL TRiALS is coming from was play on words with clinical trials. Oftentimes clinical trials they're testing new medication, or they're doing like studies, and they pick the populace. And so I was like, dude, the CYNiCAL TRiALS is how they put us into work that we're unfit for, and they want to see how long we'll last before our body breaks, before they need to replace us. The CYNiCAL TRiALS is when you're young, you have ideals, like this is how life works, and then it gets challenged as you get older, and you're like, no wait, life is kind of like this. How do I find my place in here? What do I have to say about this? So like my goal with it, and it's still just a start, like I wish I could go even harder. Like obviously listening to Hobson, he lets everything fly. I can't do that yet, but I was trying to break free of like, can I just share what I want to share without feeling restricted? Can art be a place to be free again? And so that's what my goal was.
See, I knew I was excited about this drop for some reason. I couldn't tell you why initially, but like, I'm just hyped. I'm hyped. I'm really excited to see what you have to say. Even if it's not like what I'm imagining in my head, because what I'm imagining in my head is like Jayme Fortune being like, you know what, fuck this shit, bitch. I'm tired of you, bitch ass. No, but I imagine it's probably not that.
I think I want to do that. Like my inside, I like really just want to go. I'm Sunday Coffee, 100%. I am like, you know.
But you're also so much more.
But I'm more. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Once this song is out, what can we expect to look forward to as far as like, I know we're taking things a day at a time. So I'm not looking for you to have this like big, long fucking 10-year plan for us. But what can we expect? How are you feeling right now as far as like the music, as far as like what you're looking to do?
So I think as far as the music is concerned, I'm excited to see what kind of like songs are birthed from it, because if you're anything like me, like each time I would unlock a certain mindset or skill or use a different tool, it would inspire the next like 10. the biggest tool with this song is just like freedom of speech again. It's coming back. Like, what do I really want to say, and how can I incorporate like the real and not just what the character that is Jayme Fortune, but can I just be me?
Freedom of speech, yo. We gonna have Jayme out here, nigga. I'm sorry, that was a joke.
Dude, actually, this is not a joke. I got something.
Wait a minute, hold on. What?
No.
So freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech
in your music. That's what we're looking forward to.
That, and I think sonically, I really I do want to stop using auto-tune. Just because it's easy doesn't mean I should use it. I think like tastefully in certain spots, okay, cool. But like one thing that it steals from us is the texture of our voice. I know it like makes a difference because like if you're not a professionally trained singer, we're gonna sing flat sometimes, so it does make a difference. It also does make it sound like something familiar. But I think like I just really want to lean into more like what are the special textures that are my voice. To the other thing we were talking about right before we said, hey, let's go meet up at Alva's. But not taking advice from people that don't have a horse in the race, people that aren't doing it.
We've been talking about this for like the past week.
Bro, the people with the biggest opinions aren't doing shit. They don't do shows, they don't promote, but then they watch the people that are doing it and they hate on it. And also like the advice, say for example, they might mean well, but then they're gonna usually cast some level of shadow of fear or doubt, and they mean well, and they're trying to tell you their advice. But then I realized that I would like take this advice to heart when I'm like, wait a second, like you've never even put out an album, and I'm taking your advice, like, or trying to, or it's like got me bothered, right? Or like like talk to me when you've done 695 reels, and then like let's talk about what works on social media, you know? Like I really had to like take a step back and go, hey, just because this hasn't worked for me doesn't mean I haven't put in the work. When there's someone that's ahead of me or that's where I'm at, let me talk to them, you know? And like, so I just think that's really important, because when you start out young artist, you're gonna get a lot of hate. You're also gonna get a lot of caution, and you're gonna get people trying to tell you how they would do it, but they're not even doing it. The best thing I could tell you is like, get those songs out of your head, finish them, take them to a show, perform them, see how that goes, get content, post it, see how that goes, and start there, you know? Like, that'll build community. That's where I met you guys, out at the, you know, doing shows. So it's like, I think, and
back when it was at the big LeGrowski, if you know, you know. You youngsters don't understand. Back when the Flow show was at the LeGrowski, outside on the fucking sidewalk, bitch. R.O.S.Y Records, man, we about to do this shit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. CYNiCAL TRiALS out now. Go check it out. Stream it on all platforms. You can find it at the link in the bio at
Jayme Fortune. It's Jayme, Fortune like a cookie. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing. This is the exclusive for the ones that really be paying attention. Don't mention the stash.
Oh yeah, don't mention it. I'm Batman. All right. Money, it divides us. Tell me what you know about love.